Well, the race for the World Series crown is down to 8, and a capacity crowd is in postseason form as we get you ready for this one. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Chicago White Sox.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, guys, Sal Perez is definitely a guy to watch right now. He's coming off a multi-home run game, and he'll try and build off that momentum. We'll see if they try to approach him any differently throughout this game.
Jose Quintana will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Jose Abreu coming from Cuba, everybody knew about what he could do at the plate offensively. But he's also making a name for himself defensively. He's made some incredible highlight reel plays. Now, a manager doesn't need his first baseman to be the greatest defensive player of all time. He just needs him to be reliable. And Abreu is just that.
Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike one, as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight.
First pitch, 7:06.
Hit sharply toward the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Oh, well, that's great contact right there to start this ball game. Well, he won't get anything to show for it, but at least you go back to that dugout thinking, yeah, I am all over this guy.
Billy Burns will stand in, one of the heroes of the wild card game victory that got him into this division series.
Yeah, he had some pressure-filled at-bats in that ball game. He delivered in a big way.
Quintana's got his target. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls a strike zone.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are empty, one man out. And another foul ball. High in the air out towards shallow right. Eaton is under it. 2 gone.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Kendrys Morales.
Kendrys Morales gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Here comes the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
This has been just the kind of start you hope for in a game 1.
Now he'll step off and rethink this. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
Eric Hosmer set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
In there, a base hit.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to breeze his way to a 1-2-3 top half, but back-to-back hits have turned the tables on him here with 2 outs in the visitors' first.
Alex Gordon stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Now you can bet now that in the postseason, on the road, in game 1 here, they'd like nothing better than to get on the board first. Just kind of let these guys know that they mean business. And they've got an early opportunity to do just that.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. There's a fastball, pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And a good job there to hold back as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Kansas City left fielder.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit in the air to left field. After it is Cabrera. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Time now to check the lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Edinson Volquez gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, this is somebody you've got to get up in the zone. His out pitch is the sinker ball. And if he's working that thing down, it's going to be a long game for the hitters.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you got to love having Alex Gordon in the outfield. And remember, he's a converted third baseman. It absolutely flies, gets a great jump, and really leaves it all out there out in the outfield. He's won 4 Gold Gloves in a row, 2011 through 2014. He's as good as it gets.
Adam Eaton is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
You know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
3-0 now. Melky Cabrera waits on deck. Set to deliver on 3-0. Hit on the ground to short. Escobar fields it cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting second, left fielder, Melky Cabrera.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. Into the windup and the pitch. Ground ball right side. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Well, you always want to avoid using a lot of energy in the early part of the game, and he's taking that to heart. 5 pitches and 2 outs already here in the bottom of the first.
Jose Abreu gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And that misses inside, 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
2 out, nobody on. That evens it up, 1-1. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Yeah, a little 2-out single gets him their first base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now it'll be up to the cleanup guy to see what he can do with the runner on.
Todd Frazier will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Such a good pitch right there. That first pitch changeup. When you can tell a guy's up there all amped up to hit, use that against him.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Second inning upcoming here on the south side with no score. Salvador Perez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
13, Salvador Perez.
Quintana gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. shoots this one to first. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away.
Hey, so much for having to protect on an 0-2 count. This guy takes a huge rip at this ball and squares it up nicely. Just a tough break for him that he hit it right at someone.
Mike Moustakas will stand in, held hitless in the wild card game victory.
Yeah, and they wound up not needing him in that victory, but if they plan on making any noise in these playoffs, he's going to have to be a guy they lean on.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
And I've got a little Moustakas trivia for you here. When he was drafted 2nd overall in 2007, a high school teammate of his, Matt Dominguez, was selected 12th overall. They were only the 6th pair of high school teammates to be selected in the first round of the same draft.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs.
Escobar.
Alcides Escobar into the box here in the top of the 2nd, looking to keep this inning going. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And when he's finding the inside corner with that curveball, oh, he can be tough. That's a hard pitch to hang in there on.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, he wasn't able to do anything with those 2 off-speed pitches he saw, but the one fastball he gets, he jumps all over that one. And that's what you've got to do. You might get 1 pitch in an at-bat that you can handle, and he was able to make it count here.
Stepping in now, Christian Colon, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Scorched to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Royals leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Deoner Navarro will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home 2nd.
Deoner Navarro.
First offering on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Gordon makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Brett Lawrie.
Into the box now, Brett Lawrie. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he takes ball 1. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Avisail Garcia takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And this one's in the dirt. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
Well, and as you guys well know, mistakes tend to get magnified here in the postseason, so we'll have to see if this free 90 feet winds up leading to a run.
Ripped on the ground to first. Hosmer has it, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with 2 away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
Coming to the plate now, Austin Jackson. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Hot shot to third. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a good job right there with 2 away to pick up the first run of the ball game from third base. Very important to cash in when you're given the early opportunities, and he comes through big time right there.
Into the box now, Tyler Saladino. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Set to deliver on 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Now a swing and little pop up here right behind home plate. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Throw in time and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Kane is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Quintana into the windup. First pitch on the way. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here to mix in a take every now and again.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Well, they've been a little unlucky so far because they're putting the ball in play. And they've hit a few of those balls really hard, but they're just not falling for him right now.
Billy Burns is at the plate now. Flied out at his first at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Kendrys Morales. As he'll take a first pitch curveball right down the middle for strike 1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through for a hit.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit here in the third inning. Maybe just a little something to get this guy out of his early comfort zone and put him into the stretch.
So a runner at first with 2 away. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for Kansas City. They still trail 1-0. Adam Eaton Digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Kane. He's there and records the first out.
Yeah, jumping on the first pitch of the inning there. Gave it a pretty good ride, but in the end, winds up being a pretty routine first out.
Leadoff man gone, and that brings up Melky Cabrera. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat, considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Into the box, Jose Abreu. He reached on a single in his first try. Chopped foul right at home plate. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle, because we know he can hurt you.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Abreu's going to head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
And you know, I think we're starting to see, now that he's got some Major League playing time under his belt, it's starting to come a little bit easier to him. He's starting to drive the ball, and he's starting to drive the ball with authority, too. And this is case in point as he winds up on second with a ringing double.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. Long throw to the plate. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Well, it looked like this inning was just about in the books, but then you get the 2-out double to put the man in scoring position. Next hitter follows that up with a base hit here and makes something out of the inning after all.
Here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Kane is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the White Sox 2 and the Royals nothing. Alex Gordon is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that two-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
It's sharply toward third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The third baseman, number
So with
8.
2 gone here in the fourth, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Mike Moustakas in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Fastball too high, and it's 1-0. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Quintana's ready with the 1-1 pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. KC down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Brett Lawrence to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Moustakas is there and reined in, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Avisail Garcia.
Settling in now, Avisail Garcia. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
Curveball looked at here for strike one. And he misses with it, 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Kane has a beat on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the fourth. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Stepping in, Austin Jackson. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
2-0 count and the pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They're up 2-0. Alcides Escobar will stand in to lead things off here. And his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Out in front of it, strike one. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Christian Colon will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Drilled right back up the middle. Lowry's there. The second for one.
The batter, center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
Lorenzo Cain will stand in, hoping he can find a little green out there for once. He's lined out twice thus far.
Well, sitting up here, it looks like there's a lot of wide open spaces, but he's been hitting them right at people all game long.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Quintana sets. Here's the 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Eaton is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
The right fielder, number 7, Billy Burns.
Billy Burns will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. 1-1. A ball hit hard to the left side, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Royals leave one. They trail things here 2-0. Tyler Saladino comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
The shortstop, Tyler Saladino.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Skied into straightaway right. Burns is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 1, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Gets a small piece near the plate. Perez scoops it up. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home fifth.
The amazing thing is that he's still yet to strike a guy out so far. But when you've got good movement on your off-speed stuff, you don't have to strike guys out to be successful.
Melky Cabrera will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep from rolling over.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. White Sox down on just 4 pitches as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. The inning, Kendrys Morales, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Fly ball out to right field. Eaton is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Get into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Alex Gordon will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
Smoked on the ground, left side. A dive, he's got it. Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic play.
Oh, what a great effort right there just to get an out on this play. You see him lay out to get the ball, then make a good flip to the bag to get the force at second. Wow, that's nicely done.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, They typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And that's taken for a cold strike 2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Abreu will make the play, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. They trail it here 2-0. Jose Abreu gets things started. Hometown team.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Shot towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Third baseman.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Here's Todd Frazier now, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
1 out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0.
These have both been easy takes so far. Neither one of these pitches really approaching the strike zone.
Hit hard. And, this is off the second base bag. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here, just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in is the catcher, Deandre Navarro. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Ranging back is Burns. Still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, as the White Sox have opened things up a little bit further. It's now 4-0.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And that's going to do it here for Edinson Volquez. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over now, as the former #1 overall pick Luke Hochevar gets the nod.
The batter, number 15.
Standing in now, Brett Lawrie, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. this is hit high in the air out toward left center. Going after it is Gordon. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
Avisail Garcia stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Two out, nobody on. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Austin Jackson will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Burns has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th. It's now 4-0 Chi Sox. Back here on the south side of Chicago. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Mike Moustakas will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Mike Moustakas.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Too high. 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Still 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jackson is under it. 1 out.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Alcides Escobar digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Christian Colon stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And that's in there for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Hard hit toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, the base hit.
Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
Lorenzo Cain will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1-2, here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. Billy Burns will come forward now in a great RBI chance here with runners at the corners.
And these opportunities have been few and far between so far. They've got to make something happen soon, or this game might just get away from them.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. In to score is the runner from third. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well, and that lead is halved down from 4 to 2.
Well, he'd been able to get that pitch by him earlier in the game. Not this time. He's all over it here, and he's going to bring home a couple on the 2-run double.
Kendrys Morales will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Here comes Robin Ventura now out of the White Sox dugout. And he's going to make a change, as that'll do it for Jose Quintana. Jake Petrichka will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Kendrys Morales will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
First delivery to him on the way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. Cabrera is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. The White Sox lead it 4 to 2. Kelvin Herrera will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Kelvin Herrera.
Tyler Saladino will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And it looks like Joakim Soria is going to start to loosen up in the Kansas City bullpen. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Right fielder, Adam Eaton.
1 away now. Here's Adam Eaton. From the stretch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first-pitch fastball by him. But he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Here's Melky Cabrera as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. And there to take it in is Gordon for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 79, Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Runners off for second. Pitch misses the throw down. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Line drive. Base hit left field. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 5-2.
Maybe an important run right there, and you got to figure every run's important in a low-scoring ballgame. But that now pushes the lead to 5-2, so you got to think that they're liking their chances right about now.
Todd Frazier steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
He's living on the edge with some of these pitches here. He gets that one by him, but he might not get away with that a second time.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's ball one. Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. A 2-run homer that time for Todd Frazier. His first homer so far in the series, and the lead is now 7-2.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Deoner Navarro will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Hit hard to the right side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Brett Lawrie.
Brett Lawrie will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Comes set. Now the pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Three runs already home here. Strike three, and that'll put an end to a big inning. But they strike for three in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's 7-2. Eric Hosmer comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Frazier is there to put it away, and they couldn't ask for more than a 1-pitch out to begin the 8th. Homestanding White Sox have the lead here at U.S. Cellular Field as you get a look at our line score through the first 7+ innings. Alex Gordon stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here's the pitch. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Salvador Perez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. In there, 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. But this will be foul. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Smoke toward third. Frazier is there. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Joaquin Soria is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Joaquin Soria.
Avisail Garcia will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
Designated hitter, Avisail Garcia.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball 2. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Burns is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. Now a swing and a fly ball. Burns on the run. 2 down.
Good start to the inning here out of the bullpen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
Tyler Saladino will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Chopped weakly to the left. Moustakas comes up with it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They're on top 7-2. Nate Jones will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th.
Nate Jones.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Mike Moustakas, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Eaton moves over. 1 down.
Now batting.
2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Alcides Escobar digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is in the air to right. Eaton waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Christian Colon makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker ball, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Lorenzo Cain struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And he lays the ball 2-1. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The White Sox win it 7-2. Good night from Chicago.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For Kansas City, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Jose Quintana. The loss goes to Edinson Volquez. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at U.S. Cellular Field, 59,345. The White Sox thank you for attending and encourage you to buckle up and please drive home safely.